I'm Tom Randazzo. I'm the Construction Director for Habitat for Humanity in Detroit. And this is another segment of Tom's Tips. And in this segment, we want to talk about furnaces. And the thing us homeowners should know about furnaces is that there are two basic types. One is the radiant heat, where it circulates either steam or hot water, and you have the radiators in your rooms. And the other is the more common, and the one we're going to talk about today, forced air heat. And what I'm about to show you are the basic operating principles of the forced air furnace and how to change the filters. This is your typical forced air furnace. And the way it operates is that you have a blower, you have a heater box, and the blower blows the heated air through the supply ductwork into your living areas of the house. Now, once this air is discharged into the living areas of the house, it is returned back to the furnace through return air ductwork, which is located in most all the rooms. And so this is your supply, heated air, and then all your furnaces will have ductwork beside it, which is the return air. And so once the air comes back to the furnace through the return air duct, it will go through a filtration system, an air filter, and get ready to be heated and recycled again. What I'm going to show you is how to maintain your furnace filter. The first step in removing a furnace filter is turn the furnace off. And in most cases, there'll be a switch mounted to the side. It's just a simple matter of turning it off. Where do you find the filter on your furnace? In all cases, it's going to be sandwiched between the return air duct and the body of the furnace itself. Next, you're going to want to know what size filter you have. The doors come off in various ways. This has got a thumb screw. Some of them they just snap off and on. But to learn about what size filter your furnace takes, you can, of course, always refer to the owner's manual. You can look it up online, or you can just open the door and see what size filter is in there. This particular one, 16 by 25 by 4 inches. Now I'm going to pull the filter out, and I'm going to show you a couple things that we should know about it. Once you've got your filter all the way out, you'll want to take a look at it and inspect it. And certain things you'll want to look for are the color of it, first of all, which in this case you can see, and even though this is a new house with a new furnace, it's been operational for probably a year, it's kind of a grayish color. The new filter should be more of a white color, and so this unit definitely needs replacing. Once you have your new filter and you've put it back in the right direction, again with the airflow, the air going towards the furnace, it's a simple matter of putting the furnace in and replacing the door that covers the filter. Now, what's important to note is that if this door isn't replaced properly, your furnace will not operate like it should, which is to say it's going to suck in air around this, which you don't want it to do. These doors are designed to seal airtight, and the only way that happens is if you install them properly. And so make sure your tabs are in at the bottom, and make sure that at the top, be it a snap fitting or a thumb screw like this one, make sure that it's perfectly snug and in place. Once you've replaced the filter, the last thing you want to do is turn the furnace on. Now, as simple of a task as this may sound, if you forget to do it, I'm sure that your kids or somebody will remind you within 30 minutes that the house is cold. So again, don't forget, turn the furnace on. One of the features of the homes that we build here at Habitat for Humanity Detroit is that they are ENERGY STAR rated. And part of that rating is that these houses are sealed airtight, which is to say outside air has to be brought in to maintain maximum comfort levels. This is done with a mechanical air exchange unit that's attached to the furnace. It's called the ERV System, which stands for Energy Recovery Ventilation. And I'm going to show you what maintenance requirements requirements are needed on these ERV systems. So if your home is Energy Star rated, you may have an ERV system similar to this. And what I'm about to show you are what needs to be maintained on these systems. And so there's a door on the front that covers the filtration system. Most of them are held in place with a simple thumb screw. Although ERV systems vary from house to house, the one thing that they have in common is the way they filter the air, which is to say there's pre-filters and there's a core. And most units are like this. They have two pre-filters, and these are the parts of the unit that need to be cleaned and maintained periodically. And so the pre-filters are normally clipped into place with simple clips that go into the sidewall. And you'll want to remove these. What you'll notice as you remove these pre-filters is that they do tend to get quite dirty with bugs and dirt and grime. And so these are required to be cleaned for the most part, every 3 months. And these can be simply hosed off in your sink and then dried before you put them back in place. These are the pre-filters. The other part of the ERV system that needs to be maintained is what's called the core. The core should be removed every 6 months, and it should be vacuumed and brushed with a soft brush to get most of the dirt elements out. You'll notice it tells you which way is up. Do not, under any circumstances, put this in a sink and wash it with the hose. Just needs to be vacuumed and brushed. So once the core is cleaned and once your pre-filters are cleaned, it's a matter of sliding them back into place and replacing the door. What's important to note here is when you replace the door, you have to make sure that it's sealed properly. Otherwise, the efficiency of this unit will drop considerably. And so what you'll find in most cases is that there's 2 tabs on the bottom that must catch, and then either the snap or the thumb screw at the top. So hopefully we were able to relate the importance of maintaining your furnace system. We talked about replacing the filters. We talked about if your unit has an energy recovery air circulation system. It's very important that these filters be maintained. One of the main reasons is because if they're not, you will be introducing into your home different types of mites and bacteria, and your living space will not be as healthy as it could be without taking these measures. And so I can't emphasize enough, your furnace filter should be replaced depending on how thick it is. If it's 4 inches thick, every 6 months. If it's thinner, every 3 to 4 months. And if you've got the ERV system, the filters, the pre-filters should be cleaned out every 3 months, and the core should be vacuumed every 6 months. Very important for maintaining a healthy living environment in your home. And so this has been another one of Tom's tips.